Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Couple things that have surprised me over the past year. A lot of them actually happen to be strings. I'm going to go over that with you right now. Stay tuned. As you guys know, strings are super important factor in the game of tennis. I call it the tires of your tennis racket. So if you imagine the tires on your car, they touch the ground, right? They make you feel the road, or they make you not feel the road. They hold and grip to the road, or if you go cheap, like cheap synthetics or cheap nylons, right, you can lose control, right, and feel nothing. So the strings are basically the tires to your car. You can choose a nice soft ride in which the tires don't last as long, but you get a nice plush feel. Or you can choose some cheap tires that'll last forever and get a nice harsh and stiff ride. Right? Does that make sense, everybody out there? But these are the 5 strings that I have liked in the past year that have been actually new to the market. Okay? So, but before I get started into the review, guys, website is up, tennisspinusa.com. You can get this cool cap. You can donate to my coffee habit with Buy Me a Coffee with the link over there. Or you could just check it out. I've been writing blogs. I've been missed a few blogs lately, but sorry, I've been too busy. But tennisspinusa.com. Thank you in advance. So let's get going here. The first one that I actually wanted to talk about, this string has been out for a little while now, more than a year, I believe. But my buddy Coach Frankie was the one that introduced me to this string, the Quadro Twist by Triax. Soft, twisted string that is super playable. It took maybe 5-10 minutes to break in. Immediately, great feel. Immediately, great snapback. Immediately great power. If you haven't heard of this company or ever tried this string, give them a shot. This is such a great string. People ask for this string specifically. It is their #1 selling string. My buddy Ivor out there loves this string, and this thing just flies out his door every day. So if you've never heard of it, this is definitely one to try, okay? Triax Quadro Twist. So you can see. I'll show you. See that? See the sides on that thing? And it's also twisted. So it's not only textured, it's shaped. Plus it's soft and feels great. All right. So the synthetic, there's a couple synthetics on here now that I'm looking at it. Iconic All. I feel like it's definitely one of the best multi-synthetics on the market now. It's only been out, I want to say 2-3 months, but I'm a favorite of this. I love this string. This is one of my favorite strings now to string with. When, you know, somebody wants a great multi that's soft, controlled, kind of all around premium synthetic, I've been pointing them this way. Again, my word is always predictable. This is a very predictable string. You know what you're going to get. There's a nice soft plush feel. It's going to react when you swing hard, and it's going to react when you want your touch. So it's It's kind of like, some of the other strings out there that's Wilson or Babolat, but I feel like they did something else to make it better. You're going to have to just try it for yourself to know. Price point's great on this. I think I'm looking at $13, $14 when they're on sale. So great hybrid also if you want to put it on the cross. Or if you don't break strings, put it on the mains. Okay, that's a Dunlop iconic all. Usually when you say think Dunlop, you don't think strings, but yeah, it's time, guys. Next up, my buddy, the Triax string. I've done a review on this before, and I continue to like this. And when I recommend this to customers, they continue to buy it. So that is the telltale sign is if you have a great string, if people continue to buy it. So nice soft string, great feel, very gut-like. When I say gut-like, it's soft. It does fray, and it does fray like, well, not like gut, but it does fray because of all the little soft fibers. But it's a great all-around string. You can't beat this string when it comes to those gut-like reactive power feel features. The only downside about this string is it does break fast because of how it's made, because of how soft it is. They don't last. But guys, strings, like tires, don't last forever. Got to change them. So for those people who basically never change strings, well, you get this one because this will tell you. It's your alarm clock going off. All right, Triax comes in 17, 16, and now 15L for those string breakers. The poly that's surprised me, and I almost switched to it in the past year, is this Yonex Polytor Rev. This Yonex Polytor Rev. Not only because it's orange, but it is a shaped string. It's very similar to that Confidential by Solinco that I like, but a bit softer. Very reactive, though. When I first put it on my racket, I didn't cut it out. Like most of the time I try these strings, I immediately cut it out. I left it in there for, I want to say 3-4 weeks. So it's a little softer than Confidential. Not as soft as Hyper G, though. So if you want something in between the two, great choice. Okay, very reactive, easy spin, easy control, surprisingly too. The edges definitely help. That orange color, right? When I was talking to my buddy Blade, buying them from Yonex, I was like, hey, why orange? Not that I'm complaining, but he's like, well, it played the best in orange. So must be something in the dye that makes it react better to that orange color. All right, Polytor Rev in that orange. Final string. This string's only been out literally a month or less. The TNT React Pro 16. For all you TNT people who use full beds of TNT, this is TNT on steroids. My only complaint about TNT in the past 20 years is that it does notch a little too quickly. But so everything that I've suggested to Gamma, they've done in this one. So it's a low friction coating in that TNT. So it slides easier. It prevents notching. So it's a good all-around TNT string with easier slide, easier snapback, more durability. That's all you really wanted more from TNT are those things, right? Lower friction, easier snapback, right? More durability, right? You want that TNT to last a little longer? This is it. Surprisingly, by adding those features, it didn't do a whole lot to the strings in terms of making it deader. It actually feels great. I would actually say it felt a little softer, and easier to impart spin on when you're using a full bed. But hey, full bed or cross on a great hybrid, this is the way to go. I would probably deem this string synthetic. I probably could. Synthetic of the year. So this will be one of the top selling synthetics for 2021, even though I just got it. But I've been testing it for a couple months now, and I love it. This will be a great go-to cross string or full bed. All right, that's the TNT React Pro. Comes in a 16 and a 17 right now. All right, so these are my surprise strings in the past year. Try these out if you haven't tried them, especially all of them, okay? Especially all of them. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.